This is I've Got Scars, baby.
So, Audra, if you don't mind, I'm sure there's some people out there. I see some people already got their book, so they probably already have read this passage. But for those of them who have not gotten a book, who have just ordered it like 2 seconds ago and it's on its way because it's going to be an autograph signed copy with a bookmark, can you read a passage for them?
I sure can. I sure can. So, I wanna read a passage. Here's the book. Y'all see? All right, there you go. So, Imma read a passage called "Avoiding the Mirror" 'cause I wanna paint the picture, about what life really looked like hiding, and this is just hiding the physical scars, not really the emotional part,
We're going
but
to get to that part.
hiding we're gonna get to that part. So, this is what life was like. So, avoiding the mirror. Step out of the shower, dry off, apply shea butter, put on pajamas, all without a glance at my reflection. I was gifted at it. I'd seek the mirror to make sure I'd flossed and brushed properly, and then I'd climb into bed. I knew that avoiding mirrors was probably kind of weird growing up. I imagine people probably didn't go to such great lengths to avoid looking at themselves, but that was my life. I recall consciously turning my face away from the mirror when I got out of the shower or changed clothes for bed, but it didn't stop there. I was especially vigilant in the locker room at school. I was the one huddled in the corner with my back to everyone, doing a quick change into my gym shirt. We wore uniforms in middle school, and my shirt was a button down. Most of the time, I didn't even remove my uniform shirt until my gym shirt was completely on. You might have thought I was a magician because poof, white shirt to blue shirt in the blink of an eye. While DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince's Summertime was bumping on the car radios in June and kids were popping fire hydrants, you could easily catch me wearing a turtleneck in 80-degree weather. I'd face heat stroke if it meant I get to cover my scars. I love to splash about in the pool as long as I had a t-shirt to cover my scars. I didn't care if my hair got wet as long as my scars didn't show. I was the kid that knew if I forgot my t-shirt that day that I would not be swimming, okay? I was 10 years old, crying profusely on my mother's lap, ignoring her words of comfort. I staunchly proclaimed that no one was going to want to marry me because of my scars. So dating in high school and my early 20s was quite the experience. Making out with me was like playing a game of Twister. A guy could kiss my cheek, but not my neck. My right shoulder, but not my left. My stomach, but not my chest. My thighs, but not my breast. It was no picnic for me either. Just the thought of physical intimacy with a guy sent me through a whirlwind of emotions and made me want to hop on the nearest flight to Alaska because at least I can get some great mileage out of that turtleneck while I was there. All because I did not want to bear the thought of him seeing my scars. In my early 20s, my boyfriend at the time knew how I felt about my scars, and he was very patient with me. It was his birthday. I'd given him a gift that he loved, and to thank me, he hugged me and he kissed just the very tip of the scar on my chest. Yeah, it was just the tip of the scar, but let me tell you, that was the most uncomfortable feeling in the world. It felt akin to molestation. I'd never been sexually violated, but this is what the feeling I felt. This is the feeling I felt as his lips touched my scar. I was frozen solid. What lasted probably 2 seconds felt like 10 minutes. My mind disconnected from my body for the entire length of his demonstration of affection. And I disappeared into another realm to escape what I was feeling. This was a level of discomfort that I couldn't stand to actively participate in. I never told him what I felt in that moment because I knew his intentions were good. I just never experienced that level of discomfort before. It was just my natural reaction. This was life for me, my normal. Sure, the desire to hide myself and the lengths I went in order to do so in these situations was inconvenient, but I could see no other way around it. I felt like I had to hide. So those behaviors became part of life for me.